In this video, I'm going to teach you how to play dive tanks. So dive tanks are Venom, Captain America, Thor. Basically, these are tanks that just want to disrupt. They want to try to get into your team and just do crazy stuff and disrupt the team. Dive tanks have a lot of ways to play. It's not just going in and diving. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll understand the core fundamentals of how to play a dive tank and what they do. So the first round of this game is going to be me playing Venom. If you care to know, this is a ranked game and it's about silver to goldish players. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in a good position here. This is Convoy. This is the same premise for domination. It's the same exact thing. I say in all the videos that in Marvel Rivals is basically a series of team fights, right? They're a series of team fights. Your goal is to win these team fights as much as possible. The more team fights that you win, the better chance you have of winning the match. So that's our goal. So I'm going to get into a good spot and I'm going to look to just dive and possibly get a kill. There's a couple of dives that you're thinking about when you're going for diving on a dive tank. You have a soft dive. This is going to be a dive where you're just kind of going in, feeling it out, and you're looking to run away after. You have the hard dive, which is going to be you're looking for a kill. These are the two types of dives that you have. Majority of the time, that's what you're looking for. I guess another one could be like a counter dive or a counter engage, where it's like you have to do something because your team is getting attacked. So you dive after they dive or something like that. So, but you can just kind of stick to soft dive and hard dive. Are you looking for a kill or not? Pretty simple. So right here, I didn't choose to dive in because I noticed that my team is kind of doing some crazy stuff. And I was like, okay, let me just let them focus you guys. They don't know I'm here. I'm just relaxing and chilling. Waiting for cooldowns to be used, right? We're looking for like who's gonna be the best person to engage on. So after I noticed that they started to use their stings, after I noticed Mr. Fantastic use his inflatable ability, I decided to go in, and now we're just playing on point, right? We're trying to hop around, avoid damage. Dive tanks can fight doing a lot of things. They don't need to always dive. As you see, I'm playing front. I'm not diving the back line here. I'm just playing front. I'm just using CC when I climb up the wall. This is just something that's really important that you need to learn, especially if you start climbing in high ranks. It's not just about dive, backline kill, dive. My team's not helping me dive. It's not about that. You're looking for a more advantageous time to dive rather than just going in, hopping around and doing nothing. So I went for that dive just to be a little bit more disruptive. I noticed that our team was getting killed, so I was backing up. I go back in for a dive here because I noticed that our Star-Lord ulted, right? So our Star-Lord ulted, I'm like, bro, I'm about to go dive with you, so they focus me and not you. This is a more strategic dive. This is a hard dive, but this is also not a dive on my accord. It's a dive that I do to play with my team. We're able to get a lot done with this. So that dive allowed us to not only stagger their death timers. If you don't know what staggering death timers means, it means that people are going to be dead while other people are alive. They have 8 seconds to come back. Venom has 3 seconds to come back. And then they have 4 players on the map already. What happens if these guys die? The cycle continues. So that's going to be our goal here. We just try to get that to happen. She flew up here, and I don't think she realized I was up here. So, yeah, no. Is what it is. We go back down. And this whole entire time, I'm doing this because I noticed that their team engaged on my team, right? So I noticed that they started engaging over there. The people that are with me is the healer and the DPS. So this means that they're down damage. They're also down sustain. Now she did ult, so honestly, it doesn't really matter because they can heal through that. But this is my goal as a dive tank at this moment. It's not to get a kill. It's not to just mess with people. It's really just to prevent them from moving forward on my team because they engaged on them with ultimates. So it's just a way to kind of distract and block. I started to get low, so I hopped back with my team, and it's a good way to just kind of pause their push. I don't know what our Black Panther was doing. That guy was just doing some crazy stuff. We go ahead and look for another dive on the back line. I noticed that their Hela and their Rocket were not really out of position, but I can get to them. I forced the shift from Hela. This means that she's not going to have the shift for a while. This means that if I go on her, if Star-Lord goes on her, if Black Panther goes on her, she's done. She doesn't have anything now. She used it. As far as Rocket goes, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's Rocket. So we just go up here and chase her. Why? Because what I just said, right? She has nothing left. Now she does hop back down. Doesn't matter. She has nothing left. And we get a free kill off of it. The first time we dove, it was to burn spells, right? It was a soft dive. The second time was to get a kill. This is why it's important to understand when you go in, when you dive, you really have to think about why you're diving, what you're doing. Let's look at it from this Venom's perspective. How does he dive? So let's go back before he did it. Wait, what? Okay. Wait, what? Okay. This is what's happening. So Venom, their Venom, is under the impression that, like, I'm gonna dive because I don't really know, to be honest with you. She's super low. There's nobody near him. I don't know. I'm not saying this player is bad or anything. I just really don't know what they were thinking when they did this. My dive made more sense, right? If we compare, I was literally safe. I also knew that she had nothing left. There was just nothing here to signal this guy that he should go for a dive, but he does it anyway. So he goes for a dive onto Rocket to kill Rocket, but you're never killing Rocket, and that is Venom. That's just not happening. And then he tries to fight this, right? So he's trying to fight, but like, bro, you have, like, my whole entire team is there. Then you notice that I not only get a kill, but I run back to my team to help fight their diver, right? Now Hela then decides to ult, so I dive again. Why do we dive again? We know we have no team. We know Hela's ulting, she's gonna kill me. Exactly. We don't want them to capitalize on the Hela ultimate. We want them to focus me and not capitalize on it. What happens? Magic followed me, ironically. I don't really know what that was about, but I was able to get 2 people on me, and they weren't able to push and capitalize as hard on it. We come back to the front line, and we try to do a little bit of something. I wasn't paying attention to where my team was, and I actually went for this fight. This would have been a great fight if I knew where they were, but I didn't. So I did a whole bunch of crazy stuff, but I didn't get anything out of that. I actually ended up dying, I think. Yeah, because she sniped me and smacked me. I think my goal there was to stall, but for what, right? And this happens. We're human. We make mistakes, but you have to think about it during the game. What did I just do? Let's not do that again. I don't want to make that same mistake again. So I know that I was like, I wasted my ultimate, man. Nobody was even there. I just wasn't paying attention. Next time I do this, I need to be paying more attention, because that ended up killing not only our healer, but it killed our Star-Lord. And now our Star-Lord is dead right now, right? He's coming back, but then now our Rocket's dead, right? And I think I die again, just being troll. Oh no, I don't. I was fighting them, but my team didn't want to, and they backed me off. But it was actually a fine fight to take. Luckily, they then start to fight now, but we could have prevented it from pushing in. So instead of fighting over here and doing whatever that is, I decided to just kill the Venom, because the Venom was just going really, really deep. You're gonna understand when it's best to fight what's in front of you versus what's behind you the more you play. But a good rule of thumb is just like, if they dive deeper than like their team can help them, it's just better to turn it around and then kill that person. That dude dove super deep. So we got a free kill on that guy, and we're just playing up. Again, we're not gonna dive to the back line. We're not gonna do anything crazy. We're just playing the game. We go up here, look for a drop if we can get one. We drop onto that Venom. Again, they ulted, right? So my goal here is to just prevent them from capitalizing on their ult. This is something that I do quite frequently, even in high ranks, is I will try to prevent them from capitalizing on whatever ult that they used, so that way they can't make a push. They can't win a team fight. I noticed Star-Lord started to ult, so then I also went in and played with him. Again, I'm not gonna go deep. I'm not gonna do anything down there. It's pointless. We're gonna continue to focus on the guy back here, right? Because look how far he is. Look how, like that, there's no way he's getting help from any, there's just, no. He's doomed. He shouldn't even be there. And he keeps doing this. And so we just keep capitalizing on it. It might seem like just a shooting game to a lot of people, but it is a strategic game. It's about being smart. It's about understanding what your goals are. Again, just kind of distracting, kind of just getting in the face of Hela, trying to burn her shapeshift. I noticed that we started losing this fight, so I kind of back up a little bit. Then I ult to go deep because I noticed that my Panther was going deep. Pay attention to your team. He went for ult. Actually ended up getting kills off of that, all because I paid attention to that dude just starting to go crazy. This is something that nobody really thinks about, even in high ranks, honestly. But the game is new, so I understand like if some people aren't that used to playing a game like this, but I come from a game called League of Legends. And so you usually play together like that. You usually think about like your teammate and like what can you do to help make them successful. So having that knockup for him allowed him to get that kill. And as you notice, I'm playing a dive tank, but I'm not backlining all the time, right? At all. I'm playing with the team. If I need to go to the back, it's for a reason. It's for either a kill, it's just to kind of mess with them. It's to prevent them from capitalizing. What's her face? Invisible Woman used an ult here, but I'm not going crazy, right? I'm still playing space. I'm still being safe. I'm playing back. There's no reason for me to just jump in there and go crazy and dive. We're just gonna play front to back here. Playing front to back here. That's all we're doing. Front to back, front to back. Now I do hop in a little bit more just to get my tentacles on. I come in here just for a little space because I noticed my team started to die. Back up a little bit. I haven't gone to the back yet. We're playing front to back, right? Playing front to back. All we're doing. Because then my playmakers that are my, what's their faces? My playmakers that are Magic and Black Panther, they went in together, right? Imagine if we go back a little bit. Where are they? Where am I? Okay, here. We know that our Panther and our what's her face went in. Imagine if I went in with them, right? Who's it to say that my team can't, or who's it to say that their team just can't focus them? This is a pretty drastic example because I don't think that they would, especially given that she ulted. But there's many games where characters that are backliners, or characters that like to go to the backline, go, and then the tank goes, and then nobody's protecting the healers, nobody's protecting the other DPS that can't move like hella. Oh, here's a prime example. You see how their magic came to my backline? That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes the divers will counter dive. We spoke about this with Venom, but other characters can do it too. They'll counter dive and then they'll send their people to come to our backline. If nobody's there, they're gonna trade. We don't want trades. We want to win out. So I stayed back there while they decided to go crazy. Here I'm just kind of messing with them because the timer is about to run out. We have 32 seconds. We also know that they went to go fight their team. I'm gonna survive way longer than that. Venom, I'm confident because I just feel like I'm a better player. So we're just chilling, we're hanging out. She then decides to ult, so it gives me a lot of health. The Invisible Woman. We come back down, go for a dive, try to go onto this healer here. Now I thought this was gonna hit, I'm not gonna lie, but it didn't. I actually do not know why it didn't hit. Let me go back. I thought that she got away, but looking at this here, it doesn't actually look like she's supposed to get away. Let me check. Yeah? No? Am I crazy? See, I guess she just barely got out. Whatever. I could have played that differently. I like watched that back and I was like, oh, I should have played that differently. Okay, so we're just kind of bullying this guy. We know that if we attack this guy, someone should help. And there she goes. We just know. If you attack one healer, somebody else is going to help. Now I have both healers on me while my team is fighting their team. They have no sustain. I know I'm going to die here, but it was intentional. I already knew that I was going to be safe from reviving. If you didn't know, you'll be safe based off that little indicator here. That's how you know you'll be safe. From like the rocket res. So I died on purpose here just to burn time because I knew I was going to res right back. We res right back. We're in overtime. They burned everything to kill me there. My team was able to kill their team because they had no healers. And that's that, right? And so let's run it back, but we're going to play Captain America. And we're going to see how this works here, right? So Captain America has a little bit more leeway in how he dives compared to Venom. Venom's kind of more cyclical, meaning that he has to kind of do 1, 2, 3, run away. Whereas Captain America can do whatever he wants. So we're just already going in. We're just messing with people. You know, I can secure kills way easier on Captain America. I'm running in because I'm backing them off, right? I'm scary. They don't know what I'm capable of. I'm scary. Who's back there fighting? The Venom, right? The Invisible Woman, right? They're all back there fighting. Well, I have 3 of their people here. I get low, decide to run back, focus the people behind us. Look how much distance these guys need to gap close to help. Like, seriously. Look at this much distance. Like, in order to even assist, they have to be off this angle. So they have to go from here to here. If they really want to actually get better angles, they have to go here. But they're going to be in the open. So they have to actually come inside the building and go around. They have to do a lot more work. By the time that happens, these guys should be dead. Right? The only person that can help is Rocket. But look how far Rocket is. Look how deep they're going. Right? What can they do? And then as soon as they start walking up, guess who decides to say hi? Me. Right? We know that we're fighting. We know that they're gonna try to help. I see them. I'm like, oh, hey, how you guys are? No, not today, guys. Not today. Get this is not your fight. Please get out of here. Yep. Thanks. Bye. Okay. We're going, pushing them off. Right? Now, the way that I dive with Captain America clearly is different from the way that I dive with Venom in terms of the frequency or how much pressure I'm constantly applying, but the concept is still the same. I do it for the same reasons. This Venom is like crazy. Oh, like where? My guy. What you doing, buddy? I don't even know where that guy was going. Like, not necessary. I was fixing my settings because I realized my settings weren't correct with Captain America. It was a different account, so I had to fix my settings. So we're going back. Same concept. Who can I mess with? Who is priority right now? Hela. We need to get Hela out of here. Hela's the damage dealer, so we need to mess with her more often. We're going in, and we notice that she's out of position. We notice that we can easily kill her. So we go onto her, we kill her. We also notice that Star-Lord ulted. So we're going deep. We're going ham. We're going down in Funky Town, man. We're focusing this guy because he's just decided to run in like a crazy person. Now, I know that they're going to be spawning. I know where their spawn is because I've obviously played this map and I know where everything is. So we're just going to ult and we're going to start chasing. Because they have 2 options. Run past me and defend, or kill me. They're not killing me. Not in my ult. So instantly running after her. Go after Rocket. Like, bro, what's up? Where you at with yours? Right? Doesn't matter. They can't do anything. Right? All that was staggered death timers and snowballing. This is something that Venom could have done. Venom could have done that. But the way that he was diving was so inconsistent. And it just did not make any sense. He wasn't able to apply that pressure. The key takeaway that I want you to take away from this video is that when you're diving, have a reason to dive. And you also don't need to play a dive tank don't need to play a dive tank by constantly diving. I was not always in their backline. I was usually with my team more often than in their backline. And when I had a reason to go to their backline, that's what I did. That's what I want you to take away from this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to help you out. There will be more videos coming out, so make sure you subscribe. That way you are notified. If you're curious on how to play solo as a tank, I have that video on my channel already. Link in the description below. I also have the other type of tanks on my channel as well. So we're talking the shielding tanks and the strategic tanks. The ones that are based around items like Penny's nest or Groot's walls. So if you don't know how to play those or you want some tips on how to play those, both of those videos are out. I appreciate you guys watching, and until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you guys for doing what? Have an often. Feel often.